Welcome to Johnny's Donuts Studios in downtown beautiful San Diego. You're watching Mad Bomber Podcast.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
All right, guys, let's get right into it. We had a game against the Bears. Actually, I was at that game where we lost 25-24, and let's just call an ace an ace. What the hell was going on with Geno Smith? 3 interceptions at 6 now in Allegiant Stadium. We were led to believe that he was pretty perfect inside controlled stadiums. That wasn't the case. We're going to talk about that and show that tonight. We're also going to talk about Maxx Crosby. He had a monumental game, and it's horrible. He had 3 tackles for losses in this game. It was sad. Jermaine Pratt, Devin White, Jamal Adams all had tackles for losses. It's too bad. The defense was playing on a short field for most of the game, and at the end they just ran out of gas. That last drive where the Bears scored to put it up 25-24, they were just on the field too long. They were beat up. The fans, it was 50-50. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to go into a little bit of fanfare a little bit later. It was also Hispanic Heritage Month at the stadium, and that was awesome, and I'm going to bring that to you. But let's just get right down to it. Geno Smith just shit the bed. Basically, he came in, and he's, from what I see at the stadium and what I see from people who I trust on Twitter, he definitely is eyeballing his receivers. Byard from the Bears said that they watched that in the in film rooms all week long, that he was trusting his eyes when he was going into the middle of the field. I'm going to show you a play from when he was on the Seahawks, as opposed to the same play that Woody threw a pick where he threw a pick in the 3 picks. We'll go over that. Also, Ashton Genty. Hello, Ryan Clark. I hope your mouth still rolls, because that's all that rolls. When he said that Ashton Genty doesn't have it, and then he said Marion Hampton had it. Marion Hampton may have it, but I'll tell you what, Raider fans, feel good about this kid. He's a bowling ball. Watching him live, he's got that quick speed to the outside, but you can't tackle him. Dylan Parham, he made a great block. I'll show you that when we show some film. The offensive line played great. The receivers were open. Geno was off. The Ian Thomas came in on 11 styles, and he really did a great job blocking. Brock Bowers is hurt. He is physically slower than I've ever seen. Watching him live, it's not the same Brock Bowers. He's hurt. He had 5 receptions for 46 yards, 9.2, and most of that came on a screen. A great call by Chip Kelly on an 80-yard drive for the Raiders, which was a dink and dunk drive. We weren't relying on the Geno Smith 20-yard passes. Raheem Mostert, thank you, Johnny. Johnny's Donuts. Johnny, we got Raheem Mostert. We made Zamir White healthy scratch, brought in Raheem Mostert. Raheem Mostert had rushing. He had 4 carries for 62 yards, 15.5 average. His long was 37. Ashton Genty was 21 carries, 138 yards for, the long for 64. That was a beautiful run, and we're going to watch that soon. But first and foremost, let's get Geno Smith. Is everybody worried about this guy? I mean, I had never seen this guy before, other than watching Red Zone, and now watching him 4 games, it really is scary. It is scary. And then watching today, I watched his 2022 film and his 2023 film, and it was scary. He still stares receivers down. He tries to fit those passes in, and it is not what this isn't what I would say is sustainable. I can see why some of the Seattle fans were a little bit hesitant with Geno. Everybody's chipping in right now. I mean, what are we going to do? The social media wants him out. And then I do not want to see Kenny Pickett yet. No way. He hasn't been with the team long enough to know anything. They could dumb it down for him, but at some point, he'll be a mud. Colton Miller went down. We're going to talk about Stone Forsythe on Friday. We're going to talk about Caleb Rogers on Friday. Today, we're just going to go over the Bears game, and we're not going to get into too much analyzation today on film study. We're just going to show you some highlights. The Bears got a 46-yard field goal, 4 plays minus 4 yards after the Geno's first pick. And let's watch one of the plays that almost went to 10-0 after the Raiders turned the ball over again. Let's take a look. Here you go. You're going to see Mad Maxx coming into the middle, his first pick off of his career, and he just saved the Raiders from going down 10-0 right there. That right there is what you call a Mount Rushmore play. I've had this conversation with many, many people. Maxx Crosby could very well be one of the greatest Raiders, if not the greatest Raiders, by the time he's done and maybe gets himself into a playoff in a Super Bowl. But that guy is the real deal. It is so much fun watching him. That motor was crazy. His motor all game long was nothing but just quick and quick and quick. He was playing against Theo Benedict, who was an undrafted free agent from Canada. He was on the scrap heap. And it is just one of those things where he just baptized that guy. Yes, Gary, got to take the positive and negatives. Got to make on that a stop on that last dive deeper. Totally. The defense did their job. They were playing on a short field as they always do the whole game. And after that play, we went on a drive, and we're not going to show all of the plays because I got a lot of film we're going to show on Friday. We're just going to show the highlights today. Today's a highlight day as much as we can make it. Here you go. Ashton Genty for the touchdown there. Let me rewind that play again. This was the first touchdown of the game. It was an 8-yard pass. And that brought us to 7-3. And we're feeling pretty good about ourselves. That was a pretty good drive all the way down the field. Geno was hitting some good passes. He actually hit Jacoby Myers. Looks like he tried to get Jacoby Myers into that. He was looking at him the whole game. Guys, one thing I did see in Geno Smith's behalf, he had a number 1 receiver in Seattle, DK Metcalf. He doesn't have a number 1 receiver in Las Vegas. Does not have a number 1 receiver. And if Jacoby Myers wants that number 1 money, I just say that you can't give it to him. He just can't break away. He's got beautiful hands. He's got great route running, and he is very, very good number 2+. But you got to get Geno a number one receiver. But before we even get a number one receiver, we're going to have to worry about the offensive line. So Geno came up, 8 plays, great play, great. That was a great drive by them. And then this, look at this. Watch Dylan Parham. Boom, great block by Parham. And then here's your little bowling ball. Tackle me with your arms. I don't think so. That is your 64-yard touchdown run by Ashton Genty. And let's go ahead. That's right there. It gives us the 14-6 lead. But let's watch that one more time. Okay, boom, stop. Look at that right there. There's 66 right there. Look at Jordan Meredith. Everybody hates Jordan Meredith and Dylan Parham. Let's watch that. Boop. Boop. Boom. Another beautiful play. And yes, thank you, Ashton Genty. You are ours. You are the number 6 pick. Yes, you are. And you made us look good. There was a lot of, we needed to get Will Campbell. We needed to get Armand Bembu. There was a lot of stuff going on there. And I think we got the right guy. And I'm glad we did. Real quick, if you're on Facebook right now, please go to Twitter. Please go to YouTube. It's easy for me to see your replies. You can come up. I can get you on a lot quicker. And everybody that is on Facebook right now, you can go to YouTube at Mad Bomber Podcast and go ahead and get on, subscribe and like. And I can't say enough of if you get on YouTube, it really does help people like Raider Dad, because anything I make on this will go straight to Raider Dad. All right, back to the show. Raider defense again. They held the Chicago Bears to 69 yards rushing, 2.7 yards per carry. Okay? That's a 2.7 yard per carry. Let's go ahead and see one last positive before we go into, we lost. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to not going to sugarcoat it. We got one comment here that I'd like to see. What's your take on the crowd? At least 60% Raider fans. Good news is the Bears have really dark blue jerseys, so all of their fans look like Raider fans. To be honest with you, because I'm never honest with anybody. I love saying that. The Raider fans were loud. The Bear fans were loud. It was 50-50. They said it was 60-40. It's hard for me to decipher from where I'm at, because where I stand at the top of 246, I'll never sit down at the stadium. I stand at the top of 246, and it's all Raider fans around me. There's a few Bear fans, but yes, Robert, Crosby all day long. That's Crosby. He was a menace. You're right. Crosby was a menace all day. If the Raiders won that game, we would have had the offensive and defensive player of the week. No doubt in my mind. So back to the bad. The bad is, let's go into Geno. Geno stares his receivers down. And I don't know how you fix that. And with the money we paid him, we're not going to go to Kenny Pickett. There's no way. They're not going to say they're wrong. And I don't believe that we should get rid of Geno. I think he should have the team for a full year. So you get a full sample size of Geno Smith as a Raider inside the stadium, the inside stadiums. And I'm going to get to that, Rudy. I'm going to get to that. I think what we need to do is see Geno for the whole year. Everybody wanted to give Derek Carr all these years. We got him a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator, a number one receiver, Marshawn Lynch, this guy, and it didn't pan out. We do not have a number one wide receiver right now. We don't. We just don't. Brock Bowers is your number one, and he's hurt. And that's just the way it is. Let's go ahead and let's watch this play by Mr. Geno Smith on Mad Bomber Podcast. Okay, boom. Okay, here you go. You got trips, right? You got all three receivers coming in. Let's take a watch, stop. Okay, watch, stop. And look at the safety up on top. He's just waiting for Geno because Geno's looking at that middle of the field right now. Is he looking anybody off? Stop. He's looking at the middle of the field again. Okay, you're taking two people are going to Bowers, and you got one guy in the backside, but you have three guys going. Watch the middle of the field. Number 16 going across. Stop. That safety knew the play. He said it. That's Byard. Look at number 10, Thornton's going past him right there. That's a touchdown, folks. That is a touchdown, Raiders. Okay, right there. See my little pink mark? My Mad Bomber pink mark. Right there. He's throwing the ball. Look who's behind. Look who's behind him. Deontay Thornton. Okay? Look at on the 50-yard line coming towards you. There's Brock Bowers. He was coming to the sidelines. Geno throws it in the middle. Looks like triple coverage to me. Yeah, folks? And boom. And now watch Jackson Powers Johnson. Watch this. He's my favorite. Boom. Wait, watch it. Watch it with me. Watch it with me. Boom. Holy guacamole. That was fun. And that's cap cut. Let's watch it again. Watch the full thing. Boom. Watch that safety in the middle. He knew. Boom. Bad throw. And then, okay, everybody, grab your popcorn. Look at Jackson Powers Johnson. What is he going to do? He's going to waste this guy. Yeah, and he shouldn't be on the field. Good thing Alex Kappa wasn't there. That's a pick six. Watch this. JPJ. Oh, I love it. Boom. Thank you, JPJ. And that guy's going, Mama, give me a nighttime story. Dave Freitas is in the house. Yes, D was on the field. D was on the field all too much. And yes, Ed Rivas, the perennial 49er fan. I believe he's got a Raider tattoo. I mean, I'm just saying it could be, but he was right. Jetty was open on the 45 also. We're going to show another play where he's open on Friday too. It's, again, I don't care if they miss receivers, but when we throw into triple coverage, like, and you see Genty's open and both of us are, jailhouse coaches, no bueno. Okay, so now let's get into another. So all day long today, because I'm weird and I'm retired, like Ed Rivas, I got to watch the 22 and 23 Geno Smith. And you know what? He plays very well in streaks. He's on fire. There's a game in the 2022 season, 2023 wild card against Ed Rivas's 49ers. And he played lights out. He ran. He did a great job. And he literally left it on the field. And that's a playoff game, which makes me feel a little better, a lot better. Okay, here we go. This is Geno Smith against the Niners. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got Maxx protection. We got Noah Fant moving to the left. Look at Fred Warner looking at his eyes. Stop. Okay. Oh, okay. Now, did the receiver break off the go up, and did he break it off? Or what happened here? Boom. Unfortunately for the Seahawks, they don't have JPJ to destroy this dude. Okay. So we will watch this again. And then we're going to show you something that happened on Sunday. Similar. Okay. Here we go. Go ahead. We got Noah Fant in there. Go into Joey Bosa like a smart move. Give him max protection. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oopsie. I hit the wrong button. Let's do that one more time. Okay. Noah Fant. At least given a look he's going to block. Stop. Geno's looking right now. He's looking for DK Metcalf. Looking across the field. Doesn't move his eyes. Boom. There it is. And they don't have JPJ. Okay. I hate it. Not a good play right there. He just doesn't look to the side. And I mean, Trey Tucker is wide open on all these plays. Trey Tucker, I'm not saying he's a number one receiver, but he can get number one. He can get number one numbers. So let's see a similar play that happened on Sunday. Okay. Same thing. Got max protection, even more max. You got Bowers to the left. You got Genty over to the left as well. And here we go. And watch his eyes. And pretty much the same play. Oh. And nice tackle, I would say. Here comes JPJ at the end to just destroy him. That's such a great. You know what? I would get a JPJ jersey, but every time I get somebody's jersey, they end up getting traded or hurt. And I don't want that to happen. So let's go ahead and look at one more positive. Yeah, I agree, Rob. Totally agree with that. And yes, again, is he the second? No, Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't have the cannon that Geno has. And there's no way Jimmy can run as good as Geno. Geno can run. I watched a lot of tape today. I will say the guy can run when he wants. And okay, let's go ahead and see a good Geno play. I don't want to get too negative, but I just want to be real. Again, Geno Smith, 14 for 21, 117 yards, 5.6 average, 2 touchdowns. Oh, 3 picks. His QBR, 25.9. That's worth $50 million. Is it? It may or may not be. I can tell you that for sure. But let's watch one of his $50 million plays. Oopsie. Let's get rid of that. Okay, here we go. Boom. He's looking in the middle. Look at Ashton. Get off me. And he's in the end zone for, let's call that a touchdown, Raiders. I don't know about that dance. I don't hate it. I don't know if I like it, though. But Geno was pretty decisive right there. Again, he did not get sacked this game. He got great protection. Will he get great protection against Indy? We're going to talk about that Friday. You have a very good front line, a defensive line, and we're going to be banged up. We may see Stone Forsythe, may see Caleb Rogers. Let's watch that again, shall we? Okay. You got Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker to the left, Deontay Thornton on the right. You got Brock Bowers inside. Okay. They're going to go high-low on Brock Bowers as they have the whole year. And let's go ahead and watch Genty finally getting out of the backfield and finally catching touchdowns. Okay, look at this. Look at all those receivers looking at Brock Bowers. Look at 44. Boom. Okay, you got Jacoby Myers getting a too high. Boom. Look at them. Go to Brock Bowers. Great play call by Chip Kelly. That's a great play design, because if this is plays for Ashton Genty, well-designed play by Chip. Boom. Now he's one-on-one. That's you'll take that all day long in the open field. Let's watch that. Real time. Boom. See you later. Not you either. Touchdown, Raiders. Let's see the dance. There it is. I don't know what they call that. That's kind of like wiggle legs, maybe. I don't know. So at that point, we went up, and then the defense gave up an 80 play drive. It was a dink and dunk. 2 times we had Caleb. What the hell's the kid's name? Caleb Williams. I've watched too much film today. Caleb Williams. We let him drive all the way down the field. And it was a dink and dunk, and there was a couple plays, third downs, where we gave up. There was a bullshit call on a holding call. At that point, too, we did lose Eric Stokes, who had a pick in his hand, and Eric Stokes was off, and we were playing Darnay Holmes, and Darnay Holmes was playing a little soft, and they were dinking and dunking all the way down to the in the end zone. DeAndre Swift scores with, I think it was 1 minute and 34 seconds to play. So now we're down 25-24. Geno brings us back. Great return by Raheem Mostert. And I'm sorry I don't have a lot of film, but I didn't have enough to put on today. We'll get that worked out. And then we're going to line up to kick a field goal to win this game. They're kicking it right to your favorite Raider fan. And that's me, your favorite. Maybe you're your favorite Raider fan. What do I know? All I can say is I'm going, we got this. Carlson nails us. And I was watching this dude kick 60-yard field goals. When I get into the top of 246, I get to watch that. And they lined up for a field goal. Now, let me tell you, Mike Myers, number 87, the kid from Notre Dame, usually plays the end of the line on the right side of the line. And Mike Meyer was inactive for this game because of using concussion protocol. So let's see what happened.
Is blocked. Unbelievable.
They almost bailed Geno out on that. I wish I had a better one. That was not very good.
Is blocked.
I wish I could show you. Number 96 is Jonathan Laulu, and he missed the block. Now, the gentleman who blocked the Tyreek Stevenson talked about that they were picking up a sign from the center. They know exactly when he was going to snap the ball because he would move the ball and his back would go down. So they were waiting. That whole side knew that, and they were waiting. They talked about it in the after game. So they blocked the field goal. I got a ton of Bears fans running up there like they had just won the Super Bowl because they knew they were dead. They knew they were the luckiest team, and just another way to lose a game by our Raiders. And it was tough, man. It was a tough one going back to the Luxor, and the Raider fans were just so negative. I mean, I got so many, these guys suck. Geno sucks. Let's fire Geno. Let's fire. You know, everybody wants to get fire everybody right now. And unfortunately, it was, there's the mouth, big time lucky. They were lucky. See that? I always can count on the San Ramon Fries to come in. So here we go. There's a good stat and a bad stat. Let's go over the good stat first because I like good first. We have Ashton Genty is your number 8, and that's a great for being a rookie. Look at the guys he's with there. Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Mr. Fumbler. But we are going to play this guy right here, Jonathan Taylor, and he's averaging 5.4 yards a carry. So on Friday, we will talk about this matchup and what we're going to need to do. Especially when we're going to be screwed because we're not going to have Colton Miller. So it's going to be a tough game. I think the Raiders can win this game if Geno stays within himself. I think we can muster out a dirty win against them. I don't ever lose faith in this team, and I know. I mean, we've led the league. We've led the NFL in the last 30 years in losses at 296. And yes, always a Raider fan, born and raised. and you got to stay positive, especially with all the negative people out there. People have phones, so that everybody knows that they're being watched. They have they have a platform to talk. But I'm going to talk now about the positives that happened going into the game. I got to meet this gentleman who was just amazing. His name is Tony Valdivia, and he is the Raider Mariachi. So when I'm walking into the game, this guy had a spread, had the baddest Raider, mobile truck. Really, really cool guy. And hold on. Come on, man. You can't call me. I'm in the middle of a show. Anyway, he's there. Really nice gentleman. I go up to him. I go, "Hey, man, where are you from?" He goes, "Stockton." And please stop calling me. And he came. I went up to him, asked him, "Hey, man, is it okay if I videotape you? I'm going to put you on my podcast." He started laughing. He goes, "Yeah, man, I would be cool." So with no further ado, Mr. Tony Valdivia coming up right now. I love that. That guy was a blast. What a great guy. It was fun to hang out with him a little bit, talk some Raider football in the stadium itself. And this is where I stand at the top of 246. If you guys ever want to come and see me, this is the just win for my birthday. Looks like they got an autograph on that. It was Spanish Heritage Month, and here's our two Spanish Heritage gentlemen. This is really cool. Both of those guys really represent what it means to be a Raider. Everybody thinks that Jim Plunkett should be in the Hall of Fame with his compadre right there, Tom Flores. It's been great to see. It's been great to see these two guys kind of make it with each other, because they actually did make it with each other. Flores had Stabler for a year, and then he had him, and that was really cool. That was really, really cool. These two guys are Raiders, and it's just, they're so approachable. Look at this. This was at the Modelo Zone. These guys were from LA. The lady on the left, the little girl on the left next to the number 24, that was her first Raider game. And that was awesome. Hispanic Heritage Month is a blast at the stadium, man. I wish everybody could go and see it. It is unbelievable. People are so friendly. I get to a few of the tailgates because I got to get in early to get my spot at the top of 246. Nobody came and seen me this week. I had hurt feelings. Oh yeah, I cried forever. And then of course, Viva Mexico. And then my lazy butt got into it. Viva Los Raiders. That's at the top of 246. Did I ever say that I stand at the top of 246? So, guys, this Friday, I got the Oracle. Alex. Everybody says he's AI. Maybe he is. Maybe I spent the money on an AI guy. But I'd like to see this Friday. We got a lot to break down. Jesus, it's going to be tough because we're going to be trying to figure out Stone Forsythe. We're going to try to figure out Caleb Rogers because both of those guys could play. If you're a fan, I'd rather see Caleb Rogers, although Stone Forsythe's only 27. He's a younger guy, but he's already played in the league and he didn't really do well in the league. He's been a perennial backup. We'll talk about Caleb Rogers. And again, guys, if you guys are on Facebook, and I know you are, I can see it on there, please go to YouTube. It would be really, really cool if you did. And subscribe. And you know what? Let's see one more. Real quick. Ashton Genty gets his signature stance. Remember They made him hunch over, and now he's back to that's right before his 64-yard run. So I think that he's going to be he's going to go back to that. So guys, we will see you Friday 7:00. Also on Sundays, immediately after the game, I'm going live so that we can either talk about a victory or we can talk about a defeat. It would be really cool for you guys to jump in. A lot of these guys do the show on Sundays, and I'm watching it going, this guy is just negative. And I get it. We can go ahead and put somebody on the cross, but let's have this guy sucks. We need to get rid of him. Okay, so what are you going to do? What do you do? Oh, yeah, he just sucks. Hey, man, come in and have a take and don't suck, as the great Jim Rome says. Don't come in and just give me, oh, yeah, that guy sucks. We need to get rid of him. What's your plan? What's your plan? Do you have a plan? Okay, well then, if you don't have a plan, don't say nothing. I just don't want to hear it. Okay? Guys, thank you again. Thank you to Johnny Donuts for the 12-pack of donuts I got in the mail, allegedly. And we will see you on Friday at 7 p.m. with the Oracle, Alex. Good night now.
Now it's Ciani to the left. Biletnikoff to the right against Marsalis. Back is Lamonica. Throws for Biletnikoff. Touchdown Raiders! Biletnikoff is having words right now with Marsalis. Fred caught that ball after quite a physical battle with Marsalis in the right corner of the end zone. He went on out of the end zone, and then instead of slamming the ball into the turf, he ran back in about 10 yards to where Marsalis was and defiantly slammed it in the turf in front of Marsalis. The two tight ends are lined up as tight ends. Back goes Darrell to pass. He's looking for Smith, but instead goes down the middle. Chester, touchdown Raiders! Holy Toledo, what a great call! 19 yards and a Raider touchdown to make it 22-3. Chester had gotten free at the 5 and was all alone in the end zone 2 yards in. The Chargers now have a brilliant opportunity to put this game away. Here's Williams to the left, Garrison to the right, flanks right, Charlie Smith out to the left as a wingback, leaves only one back to block, that's Hubbard. Lamonica back, gets fine blocking, now he throws down the middle, Branch at the 20. Branch at the 18, tripped up, keeps going, reverses to the 15, he's at the 10, he dances down to the 9-yard line. First and goal to go Raiders. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go, and hang on to your hats. Branch is still in. He goes to the right, slotted inside Biletnikoff. 5 defensive backs in there. Lamonica gives to Smith, sending him to the left. He's got Upshaw in front. He's at the 5. He's at the 2. It's a touchdown Raiders! Charlie Smith from 9.5 yards out. Oakland has gone in front. Clarence Davis is in for Charlie Smith. He's a deep threat on pass reception. Back goes Stabler to pass, steps away from the rush. He's going to run up the left side. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Oakland Raiders! I'm sorry I've lost my voice. Kenny Stabler goes all the way, 30 yards.